it will rip that planet apart.
Imagine the view as a 10,000 billion carat diamond is ripped to pieces.
Gravity.
The shocks came early. The very first confirmed planet found outside the solar system was orbiting anything like our sun. It was orbiting one of the most violent and
excellent work.
And now what you have is a shower of diamonds. I mean, that sounds amazing.
Welcome to the Cursed Apple. You'll need to wield both guns and supernatural powers. There are 4 lanes, each with a transit line that players can ride to move quickly. Troopers periodically spawn in the base, and then run down a lane, fighting any enemies they encounter. Guardians are the first line of defense in each lane. Their attacks are very powerful. Walkers lie deeper in the lanes. Your goal is to siege the enemy base, and destroy their defenses to reveal their team's patron. Destroy the patron, and victory is yours.
I am one of the patrons, and today I will be your guide. First things first, you need to take out the Guardian that's at the end of this lane. By destroying it, we don't just get closer to the final objective. We earn souls and ability points for the entire team. You can take fire from the Guardian. You'll take it during what your death is temporary.
Step back, now.
Summon me, Infernus, and
core breach has been prevented,
give
sir.
you what you seek.
Data, it appears that severing the power transfer has not only prevented the core breach, but has also restored space-time to normal.
The alien who attacked me has vanished, sir.
Warbird has vanished as well.
Judging from the residual temporal fluctuations, I believe they've returned to their own time continuum.
It's going to take a little time to explain.
Take me back to my misspent youth.
Captain Block, Stardate 46945.3. We successfully evacuated the crew of the Rockford ship. We're on course to the neutral zone to bring them home.
We make a good team.
Come in.
The telescope observed the collision of 2 galaxy clusters, each packed with hundreds of galaxies. Astronomers hoped to see what would happen to the dark matter inside the clusters. Would it show any signs of interacting?
Can't help.
What does the dark matter do when these clusters collide? Well, that's the big question. When the clusters come together, does the dark matter smack and drag, or does it go right on through? If we can measure that difference, we can tell, does the dark matter self-interact or not?
The galaxies pass through each other.
And that drag has left a bit of dark matter kind of sitting in between.
To produce the drag, the dark matter in the colliding galaxy clusters must have interacted. If this observation turns out to be correct, it means that some dark matter interacts with itself.
If that signal holds up, then it could be a really smoking gun detection of self-interacting dark matter.
And that would be a game changer.
Perhaps there could be dark matter planets and dark matter living entities.
There could be a hidden dark matter universe, if you wish, of hidden dark matter objects. It stretches the limit of plausibility, but it's not impossible.
If this dark sector really exists, there could even be dark light.
So imagine you have this dark matter universe, and it has this dark radiation, and this dark radiation can travel in waves that we call dark light. Then maybe you can put on your dark glasses and actually view this dark universe via the dark light.
Interacting dark matter suggests invisible worlds next to our own. But are these visions real, or just a sci-fi fantasy?
I think dark matter stars, dark matter planets,
If they aren't paying attention,
more in the realm of science fiction at this point.
It would require a plethora of tooth fairies to imagine that the dark sector is that complicated to actually produce something like our sector. So in order to have a dark planets and dark people and dark TV shows, people have imagined it. I'm not saying they haven't, but it certainly stretches the realm of credibility.
There is so much dark matter out there that it controls the very fate of our universe. If even a tiny fraction of it can interact with other forms of dark matter, then maybe all bets are off.
Explosives planted.
Even a tiny percentage of dark matter interacting could have huge implications for the future of life on Earth. Because a controversial new idea suggests that in the future, self-interacting dark matter could send a hail of comets our way. How do we know? Because dark matter may have done it before.
Pulse grenade out.
This controversial theory is inspired by one of the most violent days in Earth's history. 65 million years ago, an object the size of Mount Everest slammed into the Earth. This turned the sky black and set the continent on fire.
The amount of energy released in that explosion is about 1 billion times the Hiroshima bomb, atom bomb, that was dropped in World War II. 1 billion times.
This catastrophic event ended the age of dinosaurs, paved the way for our mammalian ancestors to flourish. But was it a one-off?
Mass extinctions have happened on Earth multiple times. So an obvious question to ask, is there any pattern? Is there any time that we know is more dangerous, more likely than a mass extinction event? And is there anything we can link it to in the larger universe?
Geologist Mike Rapino thinks there is a pattern, and it could be linked to dark matter.
We're looking at the possibility of cycles in the geological record. And it sounds to be a 30 million year cycle in many kinds of geological phenomena. Now, what could be causing this kind of a cycle for 30 million years?
The clue comes from the passage of the sun around the Milky Way.
It takes the sun about 250 million years to revolve around the Milky Way galaxy. We also kind of bob up and down.
Our sun passes through the galactic plane around once every 30 million years. And as it does this, it may also be passing through a layer of self-interacting dark matter.
Good luck completing the ritual.
It's a little bit speculative, but the idea is that a very small fraction of the dark matter is able to form a disk.
When our solar system passes through the disk's gravity may disrupt orbits of comets in the outer solar system and send them hurtling towards the Earth.
I feel rush.
Perhaps the object that killed the dinosaurs and paved the way for human evolution was just one of the series of extinction events triggered by dark matter.
We call this the Shiva hypothesis, because the god Shiva in Hindu religion is the god of destruction and renewal. So one world is destroyed, the dinosaur world is destroyed, and the world of mountain birds.
Guardian has been defeated.
And dark matter has played a role in way through the evolution of humans themselves.
The idea that dark matter caused mass extinctions on Earth is, frankly, terrifying. The solar system is still bobbing up and down through the galactic plane. Perhaps the next disrupted comet will have our name on it. Fortunately for us, the theory that dark matter helped wipe out the dinosaurs is just that.
We are talking about speculation on top of speculation. If dark matter exists in this matter, if it's made of some sort of particle that interacts with itself just enough that it forms a disk, and if this disk exists, if, this idea is interesting.
If I were the bookmaker here
Hope
in
you
New York,
win whatever
I would
fight
bet
you're about to
against
start.
dark matter and killing the dinosaurs, but I think it's great that people are doing the math more carefully and really testing these scenarios.
The outlook is unclear, but one thing's for sure. Without dark matter, we wouldn't even be here.
The fact that there's a universe full of matter and stars and galaxies disproves the fact that dark matter exists.
So if some young person at Sunway asked me where do I come from, I have to say from dark matter.
Dark matter dictates how the galaxies form,
They will fall
and where we'll go in the future.
by
We're
one.
actually in dark matter's universe, not ours.
For 25 years, astronomers have been scouring the night sky, looking for a holy grail. The ultimate hope, a planet like our own. They found thousands of other worlds, but most are nothing like we expected.
Our purple guardian has been defeated.
The universe has a vivid imagination.
Be relentless.
Planets without stars.
New time tricks?
Worlds
Other
made
times.
from diamonds.
You just need
And
explosives.
perhaps even giant eyeballs circling their suns.
If humans ever get to visit a planet like this, we're gonna lose our darn minds.
We're finding,
Could any of
actually,
these-
there's a really wide diversity of planetary systems. They are nothing like us.
We're finding planets that I would have thought, if I saw in a movie, I'd go, oh yeah, that's cute, that makes for a pretty scene, but come on, that's not really gonna happen. And then, boom, we're finding them.
The shocks came early. The very first confirmed planet found outside the solar system wasn't orbiting anything like our sun. It was orbiting one of the most violent and mysterious objects in the universe.
Excellent work.
It defied
Yellow water has been
A pulsar is honestly one of the most dramatic things the universe offers. The teaspoonful of a star has about as much mass as Mount Everest, and they can rotate hundreds of times a second. Can you imagine a monster like that?
Pulsars are incredibly compact. Imagine roughly the entire mass of the sun squeezed down to an object no bigger than Manhattan. As they spin, pulsars spit out light and beams of radiation. But it's the birth of these violent stars that makes them such an unlikely home for planets. Because pulsars are born in the cosmic fires of supernova explosions. These explosions are so powerful that if one occurs near an ordinary planet like the Earth, it would be vaporized in the blast.
Finding planets orbiting a pulsar after a supernova explosion is like going to the site of a devastating earthquake and then finding a china shop with all the plates and everything is perfectly intact, not a scratch on it. It just doesn't make any sense.
For a planet to survive a supernova blast, it would have to be made of incredibly tough material. But what? A clue came in 2011 when astronomers found a strange planet closely orbiting a rapidly spinning pulsar in the Serpens constellation. The planet is big, 3,000 times the size of the pulsar it orbits. But the real surprise is its composition. The planet appears to be very rich in carbon, but so dense it could only be in diamond form.
If you told me 20 years ago we'd be talking about a giant diamond orbiting a pulsar, I would ask, what were we drinking?
If humans ever get to visit a planet like this, we're gonna lose our darn minds. People love diamonds. They pay huge amounts of money for it. And now we're finding that there's an entire planet that's a diamond.
The diamond planet could be one of the most spectacular places in the universe, shining like a 37,000-mile-wide dirty disco ball.